What's going on, everybody? My name is Tom from Planet Aquaria. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm just going to be showing you guys the next updates of our store. Basically what we've done in the past 2 weeks. If you've been following my Instagram at Planet Tom, every day or every other day I've been posting about some minor updates like building the fish room tanks. But basically, to summarize everything up, 2 weeks ago I uploaded a video on the update of the fish room, what it looked like before and what it looks like now. After that, I added the Betta rack. We assembled it on camera. If you guys want to check out the video, I'll link it in the description and right here for you guys. And then just about 3 days ago, we brought in Uline's aquarium racks. Oh, sorry, not aquarium racks. They're just technically regular shelf racks. But we're using them for aquarium purposes. It took me about 2 days to finish building all the racks. And then when the racks were done building, the day after, we brought in the tanks, or they were delivered to us, and we put them on the shelf immediately. This is what I posted on my Instagram. We were bringing the tanks in from the outside because they came on skids and not everything fit on the floor. Not everything fit through the door. And we basically had to disassemble the skid there and bring all the tanks in one by one and put them on the aquarium racks right away. All the tanks that we brought in were pre-drilled for us. They all have a big hole in the back, enough to fit a 1-inch bulkhead, and that's gonna help with our automated water change. And the whole idea of having this water change thing is basically when fresh water comes in, it'll overflow and the old water will exit out through that bulkhead that I was talking about. But I'll show you guys that in a second. All right, so when you come down to the fish room, this is basically what you see. I built majority of the fish racks on my own. They each weigh about, give or take, 200 pounds, and each shelf is weighted for 3,000 pound capacity. So that's way more than enough for 3 15 gallons and whatever is going to be living in them. These are all the canopies. They're all made of glass. Originally we were going to do plastic, but we figured that plastic would get dirty and stain and would be tougher to clean over time to keep pristine, if you guys know what I'm talking about. These are our 55-gallon tanks. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So only 6 55 gallons in our store. We're focusing on nano community fish, so we're not gonna have, too many oversized fish or bigger fish in the hobby. Mainly the smaller guys, and they'll do great in the 15 gallons going long. And that was the hole I was talking about earlier to you guys. This is gonna fit a 1-inch bulkhead, and let me show you guys what that looks like. Well, one's right here actually. So we have a strainer that easily comes off. What we're going to be doing is add a sponge, just so big debris and maybe nanofish or shrimps won't be able to get in. As the water level rises, you can see that the overflow, just like your kitchen sink or your washroom sink, if you have the tub or sink filled with too much water, the overflow basically helps drain the water that reaches up to this level. So once that drains, if you guys know Corey from Aquarium Co-op, we're gonna be basically using his idea, and it's not his idea that he came up with, but it's what he does. He has a little tube that exits back here into a PVC piping, and that's gonna lead to the drain, or sorry, the main sewage piping over there, drain pipe I should say. And we actually built the racks further forward to give us enough room to get back here to do any maintenance if we need to. Sorry for the darkness back here, there's no lighting. But that was the bulkhead that we were just at. You're gonna see a drain pipe on the bottom over here, leading to basically the main drain pipe, and that's gonna lead to our utility room where we're gonna have the utility sink with the drain pipe in there. Right now it's a mess just because the previous owner had laundry machines in here. I'm not too sure why, but we're gonna get those removed in the next couple days. At the same time, today we are having a dechlorinating expert come, I should say, and figure out which dechlorinating system will work with our water and how we're going to attach it or mount it to the wall. So that should be exciting. Other than that, there's not much updates. Oh, the Cascade. I'll show you guys the Cascade in about a second. I just want to make sure there's nothing I didn't forget. Oh, might as well show you guys the lights too. So our original idea was we were gonna run 3 lights. They are about 56 centimeters long, and they were gonna go basically under all the aquarium racks, under each lighting. But what we figured out, to save some costs and money and lighting, when we put the light like this versus horizontal like this, it actually made no difference. So that means we can just use 2 lights for each shelf as opposed to 3, and that would save us some money. And how we're plugging these lights in, we have, oh great, just dropping everything. We have a power bar for each rack. So we have 14 racks in total, means 14 power bars plus 14 smart switches that go before the power bar, just so we can control the lights on our phone for each rack. Now, we can't individually control each and every single light for every tank, unfortunately. That's gonna cost way too much money. You can only imagine one of these 4 packs costs about $30-something Canadian. So that's what we avoided. Our Betta rack is doing well. We pushed it against the wall, as you guys can see. Starting in 2 weeks, give or take, we're probably gonna fill it with water. I know I said in my last video I was gonna fill it with water, but we ran into the trouble of not having an aquarium pump to get the water into there, actually. But we did receive it. We just want to do everything at the same time. This is our utility sink. We're gonna have an oxygen tank there, and basically all the fish scooping is gonna be done down here as well. I did turn on the lights over here. Oh, I did not. Let me just turn on the lights real quick. So one rack we built actually has no holes in the back, if you can see. Yeah, so all 3, 6, 9 tanks are going to be for anything that requires what's it called, reverse osmosis water, so RO water. Anything that's like Caridina shrimps, for example, they're gonna be going here. My wife loves Caridina shrimps. She's gonna be dealing with them. I'm not too much of an expert on Caridina shrimps, but I am learning. I do know that their care is a lot more difficult. If you do even 5% to 10% water changes, they could die. So that's why my wife technically, or actually, prefers doing them once a month, and only when the water evaporates. But we'll be posting guides, tutorials, and all that stuff on our Planted Aquaria channel in the future. This channel is mainly just going to be behind the scenes and low production stuff like this, just so you guys can see what the store is about and how I'm running the store. Yeah, that's it. So last thing I want to show you guys before we end the vlog or the video is the Cascade tank. And this, in the beginning of the video you saw, is the Cascade tank. This is probably my favorite tank here. And that's because, as you can tell, the name Cascade basically means waterfall, I think. Don't quote me on that. We're gonna have a canister filter down below. It's going to pump water up from the highest cascade here, or waterfall tank, I should say. You can see that it's the lowest point is right beside it, and the idea is the water is gonna flow, waterfall down, waterfall down, waterfall down, and so on, right? So then the drain, it's gonna go into there, back into the canister filter, and you get it, back up to there, and so on. So that's super exciting. At the same time, we're going to be hiring someone to probably cover this entire area. We want shelves so we can store products so you guys can look at them while you're looking at the plants. So that is our goal. And what I want to show you guys is, so no matter how much planning you guys do, there's always going to be mistakes no matter what. And that's fine, because you know, nothing's perfect and you can't do everything perfect the first time, and you can't expect to. What I mean by that is, when we built our fish room, we ordered 16 aquarium racks, and what we didn't take into account was basically we needed space 2 feet behind the wall between the racks and the dry wall so we can do maintenance on it. Turns out we have 4 extra racks. So I think I did say we were using 14 racks downstairs. That's wrong. We're actually just using 12. The other 2 we're going to be using in our house. Hopefully we can figure out an auto water change system and start our own breeding tanks at home. That's going to be super exciting as well. But basically these are all the extra shelves, or sorry, extra tanks and shelves we have. Probably gonna have to build a rack in our house in the next couple days and move the tanks there just so we have room in the store to work on everything else basically. So that is it for today's video, you guys. Thanks for watching. If you can do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe if you have not already. Follow my Instagram. I actually post more on there than I do on YouTube on a daily basis if you want to see updates of the store. But that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next vlog. Thanks for watching.